In this video, we will do an introduction to Equation Editor in Microsoft Word. When you're in Microsoft Word and you want to insert an equation, there are two methods to open the Equation Editor. First, you can access the Insert menu, which opens the Insert tab. On the far right side, you'll see a Symbols pull-down menu. Select that and select Equation. It opens across the top a ribbon with Equation Editor tools. Alternatively, method 2, a shortcut to accessing the Equation Editor is to hold down the Alt key and then press the equal sign, and it will automatically open up an equation for you to type. And you see the ribbon opens across the top as well. When you are inside of an equation, typing your Equation Editor and using your equation tools, if you use the right arrow key or you click your mouse outside of the equation editing area, you will exit the equation editing area and be back to regular type. Notice, when you do type an equation, it automatically centers it if there's nothing else on that line. But as soon as you type one space or any character outside of the equation editor within that line, it will move that equation editor to the left and allow you to continue typing on that line. So we can use Equation Editor to insert math right within a sentence. For example, the equation ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0 into my sentence. I press the right arrow and I continue typing. Are the values. So I'm just typing and I'm inserting math right inside of my sentence. Again, I hold down Alt, press equals, and now I'm going to type the actual quadratic formula. In the next video, we'll detail going into finding fractions and roots and so forth a little bit more. But as you can see, I'm accessing the plus and minus up here. I'm accessing the radical up here. I'm accessing fractions up here in these toolbars. As soon as I'm done writing inside of my equation editor box, I can right arrow out of that and do a period and then continue typing if I like, or I could just move my cursor outside of that box and I'll be back in my regular Microsoft Word typing area. Alternatively, sometimes you might want to center your mathematical expressions or equations on their own line. For example, if I were writing this, according to the limit definition of the derivative of the function f of x equals 3x squared minus 5x plus 2 is, I might then press enter and start typing the actual limit definition of that derivative. When I do it on its own separate line, it would center it. You see that it is centered on its own line there. But again, if I arrow out of that definition of the equation editor area back into the Word area, and I put a single character, including just a space, it will orient that equation editor component back to the left side of the page, and I could continue typing. If you delete those characters, it will again center it. So if you want to center your equations on their own line, you can do so, or you can orient them right with your text. The next video will go into some details of making fractions and exponents and radicals and such.